The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
New at 11 tonight, a judge here in Atlanta breathes new life into an old dispute. The judge has just decided to hold a court hearing here in Atlanta later this month on whether President Obama is a natural-born U.S. citizen. John Sherrick is here with more on the story. Why is this coming up again, and why now, John?
Well, it's coming up because some Georgia voters are suing to try to remove President Obama's name from the Georgia primary ballot in March, unless he can prove to their satisfaction that he is a natural-born U.S. citizen. The administrative hearings judge in Atlanta just decided he will give them a hearing on January 26th.
This is all about constitutional eligibility to be on the ballot.
One of the Georgia plaintiffs is Carl Swenson of Clayton County, who, with the others, will make various legal arguments at the hearing that the long-running dispute over President Obama's citizenship has never been settled. So Obama's name should be removed from the Georgia presidential primary ballot in March.
I, as a voting citizen of Georgia, have the right, responsibility to ask this question before a state judge. I have the responsibility to challenge when I see that there's a possibility that somebody is going to be put on our ballot that doesn't deserve to be there.
The claims they're making are borderline frivolous.
The president's attorney, Mike Jablonski of Atlanta, expects the plaintiffs will lose this case like others across the country have lost dozens of similar lawsuits.
We're getting lots of calls from moderate Democrats and swing voters who just are the only word I can use is disgusted that this issue still lives. They don't necessarily agree with him, but they don't think we should be spending our time and the state's money holding hearings on an issue that frankly helps no one and is going to go nowhere.
The hearing will be conducted by State Administrative Hearings Judge Michael Malihi in a Fulton Superior Court courtroom on January 26th. Should be quite an interesting day in court, Brenda.
That is for sure, and the clock is ticking because the judge will have to make a decision pretty soon since the Georgia primary is March 6th.
Exactly, and the judge will only make a recommendation. It's going to be Republican Secretary of State Brian Kemp who will make the final decision on whether to keep President Obama's name on the ballot, since Kemp is Georgia's supervisor of elections.
All right, we'll see what happens, John. Thanks.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.